Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 106 of Got Whips. Yeah, 106. And today is February 22nd, and it's a Saturday. Um, yeah. So it's been three and a half weeks since we've been here. So that'll be about the norm, I think, about every 3 weeks for me and Heather right now, because life is just busy. I
Yeah,
am Nicci coming
and
to you from
inevitably,
snowy Wisconsin,
mm,
and I cut you off. I'm sorry.
it's okay. I was just saying something inevitably always happens when we plan it, we talk about it, we say that we're going to record on this day at this time, and then one
And
of
I
us
even
has
pull out the projects. Like I have the projects set aside, like when we do this.
yeah.
And then
So
I
one
either
of
get
us,
sick,
yeah,
Heather gets sick, one
one
of
of
the
us
kids
inevitably
gets.
will text the other one saying, "Just kidding." Anyways, I am Heather. I'm coming to you from not snowy, but still somewhat cold for me. Uh, California. I don't want to say it's cold because Nikki's gonna be like, "Cold? You don't know what cold is."
No, like I've learned that like this year, like, what are you doing? I've learned this year that like everywhere is cold, like everywhere. Like my cousin in Oklahoma and my aunts and uncle, like they were 10 degrees this week.
Mm, no.
And that doesn't really happen there. Like the 5 years I lived there, like the coldest it got was like 33 degrees one night.
Yeah, no.
So
I have
yeah.
a, I have a family group chat and it has like my mom, my aunt, my uncle, like, and then it has like almost all of my cousins in it. And so my cousin that lives in Montana, I have cousins all over the country. Like some of my cousins I haven't even talked to or seen since I was 2 years old. Um, and so she posted a picture of her, like a screenshot of her weather app, and it said it was -22. And I was like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. And then she's like,
Morning when Jocelyn left for work, it was negative 2.
yeah, no. And my aunt that lives in Alabama, she was like, are the schools closed? Is it like, what are you guys doing? Because like she lives out in the middle of nowhere. Like she has to drive at least an hour to a grocery store, and it's not even like a major grocery store. And my cousin's like, nope, the boys are standing at the end of the driveway waiting for the bus to pick them up right now. And my aunt's like, are you
Those
serious?
poor babies.
She's like, are you serious? And my cousin's like, yeah, like they don't.
It's 25 here right now, but it's really sunny. So it feels like, I don't know, for us here in the north, like it feels warmer than it is. But I also know because it's a sunny day out, that part of my French, that shit lies. The
Mm,
sun lies when you're in the
mhm.
north in the winter. Like if the sun is out and it looks great, that means it's cold as you know what. Don't go out there.
Yeah,
And if you do go out there, make sure you're appropriately dressed. Don't go out in, sandals because you're like, oh, it's sunny and warm and the sidewalks are dry right now. No, no, it's cold. Like your teeth are going to be shattered.
yeah. My cousin's like, no, like unless it's not actively snowing, they won't call school.
Very rarely, like it has to be with wind chill -40 here for them to call
Hmm.
normally.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, enough jabbering.
yeah,
We are a multi multiple crafts podcast. I don't know what I was trying to say. Um,
multiple crafting podcast.
yeah. Today we have a bit of knitting, some cross stitch, and sorry, Matthew just came in. Um, be quiet. Anyways, yes, so today we have some knitting. Sorry. It's Saturday. Everybody's home and they're starting to wake up because it's almost 10:30 for me. Um, and so we're just gonna jump right in.
Yep. I'd like to say thank you to all the new and returning people coming to watch us. We really appreciate all the
Yeah.
likes and comments. So don't want to forget to thank you guys.
Yeah, and especially the OGs have been sticking out with us from the beginning.
Yes.
We used to be better about our schedule, and we apologize that this is a season where we're not so good. But like we said, life and
it'll be what it'll be. And those who know that we'll be back.
Yeah.
Not always on a regular schedule, but we will be here. Um,
Yes.
do we want to start with finishes?
Yes. That's
Okay,
usually
do
where
you
we
have any?
start. Finished objects.
Do you have any?
No, of course
Okay.
not. My name
So,
is Heather. I haven't had a finished object since about it probably hasn't been that long, but
all right. Here's Christmas delivery.
that's
And
cute.
this is from Frosted Pumpkin. And yeah, it was, I think, I don't remember if it was a pull from here on the show or if this was my pull for Whipco, but I think it was a pull from the episode.
I
So
think
I
so too.
finished that one. So very cute. It'll be a nice ornament once it grows up to that forever life. Then my next finished object is my second cousin's piece that I'm doing. And I'm sorry that's not ironed yet because I still need to give it a bath and everything. But this is for my cousin Courtney in Oklahoma. So I have hers and Matthew's done, and I'm working on another one. And then I'll work on my own. I am not making them for all my cousins, just the ones that I'm closest to. And then my other big finish, which I'm going to be ironing this one today and dropping off at Hobby Lobby to be framed. This is for Samantha for her wedding, always and forever. It is done, and I am very happy with it. So I didn't put their names or anything because I'm doing another piece for them for their actual wedding that's going to say family. It's a pattern from Priscilla and Chelsea over at Stitch with Housewives, and it says established, and I'm going to put their year on that one. So this one is just for them for their engagement. They actually got engaged on opening day of deer hunting. So this is off of Etsy seller, and I will try to remember to give Heather the information so that she can put it on the bottom of the screen.
If not, you can still put the link in the
Yeah.
description.
Either way, it'll be somewhere.
It's been there before, I think.
Yeah. And that's another thing that we forgot to say. You can find us on Instagram and Ravelry and everything. We always put that down below, and Heather always puts it on the screen.
Yes, dear.
So those are all my finishes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you know your current whip status?
Like how many I have, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I can tell you this. I came into 2025 with 35 whips. I have finished out of those 35, 6 of them. So that dropped me down to 29.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've added 10, but one of those 10 were finished also already. So
our number is
38.
38.
Yep. I think it's pretty good. We're in February and I've already finished 6 from last year. And one that I started and finished already this year.
Because you're an overachiever.
Because I can't shut off my brain and I can't sit there and be idle because it gives me too many opportunities to keep thinking about things.
That's not true. I should have, if I had kept my goal, which I failed my goal, but whatever. I mean, I failed one of my goals, not the other one yet.
But a goal is just a reach, so you can pick that back up at any time once life slows down. Wow, words are hard.
I would have a finish already for 2025, but
yeah,
no. Okay, whips. I have 2 knitting and 2 cross stitch.
I have 1 knitting and 12 cross stitch.
Okay, well, I'm going to go first with my knitting because...
Go for it.
I said it's my turn. I just have to reach back here because I don't know why I threw it back here. Oh, yeah.
Because you got go gadget arms.
Yeah, bro. So I don't know when it was. I think it was when Hector was away for either the Vegas trip or the Palm Springs trip.
I
Whatever. It
think
was a
Palm
few weeks
Springs.
ago. I think it was Palm Springs too. It was a few weeks ago. Nikki, I had my earbuds in. Nikki texted me. I was in my closet that's over here, digging through my projects because I was trying to find my sweater. Or no, I was trying to find this blanket, but I also found my sweater. And so I had to call her because like I couldn't reach my phone and I didn't want her to just think I was ignoring her. So I called her and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm in my closet trying to dig things out." And she's like, "Oh my God, okay." So like I was able to put everything back. I cleaned up the mess, and ever since then, I have been knitting on this item
But
because
mind you, when she told me that she's sitting in the closet trying to find her projects, all I could picture was E.T. sitting in all the stuffed animals in the closet through the movie trying to hide it from the mom, E.T. from the mom.
Mhm.
That's how I pictured Heather with all these bags on top of her trying to
And
find.
Gabriel's sitting on the bed over here in the corner, looking down at me like I have lost my ever loving mind, and he's trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. So it's been about a week and a half,
Yeah.
almost 2 weeks, probably. Yeah, because 2 weeks ago, this weekend, Hector was in Palm Springs. So I pulled out my anthology throw because I want it done. This is where I am currently. It's all bunched up, but I'm using a gradient set that I have, and I'm technically on the last purple, but I want to repeat it again and then do the border. So let me show you where I am.
He's creeping me out with just sitting there staring at the camera.
He's fine.
I know.
Where's my butterfly? Got it. Where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. Okay. So this is where I was when I picked it up.
Wow. You did a
So
lot.
I got about an inch and a half done in those 2 weeks. It doesn't look like much to me when I'm just looking at it like this, but this is fingering yarn.
Yeah, that's a lot in fingering weight yarn, and you're at like over 500 stitches.
I'm currently at 576 stitches and I'm just a little bit over 70% done from
Wow.
the standard pattern. That's I have to say that. So what I'm going to do is my plan is that I'm going to go back to the gray to repeat this. I don't know if you can tell this darker
Yeah,
purple
I
section
can see
again.
it on the screen.
Okay, good. So, because in real life these colors differences aren't much, so I wasn't sure if it would show on screen.
Right.
So I'm going to repeat this purple section again, and I have 8 more rows. So total it's going to be another 30 rows of this
Okay.
purple section, and then I'm going to take all 5 colors and alternate them to do the border.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a border of striped of my purple colors and maybe do the picot or like the no, the bind off's just straight. Maybe do the bind off in the gray again. And I'm thinking that I want to change that too, even though it's going to be kind of insane because I'm thinking I want to do an I-cord bind off.
Oh, I thought it was an I-cord bind off.
No, it's just a straight bind off. But
Gotcha.
to me, I feel like
I think I'd
my
put the,
what?
I think I would put the, like you, the
The
I-cord.
I-cord? Yeah, because I feel like with my style of knitting, I would have to be really conscientious about my tension.
You'd have to go up in needle size like
Yeah, in order
at
for it to
least 3 or
not curl.
4. Yeah.
Yeah, because
'Cause
I
you
feel like with my tension, it would be really tight, and I don't want it to suck it in. Like I'm doing an extra row or an extra repeat because I don't think this is big enough. And Nikki was like, "Well, why don't you just put it on some scrap yarn and like see if this is half?"
well, or that tubing, like
I don't have that tubing. But if
But you
this is
get it for
half,
like $1.99 at Joann's, Hobby Lobby, all those. Like if you go to one of those and you're there, that's where I got mine.
where is it located though?
By the pony beads.
Oh, so it's in the craft section.
I mean, I know I have a spool of it somewhere. I'm like looking around right now because I had it hanging next to my chair that I craft in.
Hmm.
But and it comes like, I want to say it was like 300 yards. So like there'd be no problem putting it on there.
Okay, well, like I mean, I didn't say here on the
Right.
podcast, but we have some errands to run later, so maybe I can convince Hector just to pop in the Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
I'll just get that one thing, I promise. So this is where I'm
Blind.
at. And if this, yeah, exactly. If this is half, then I know that it's not big enough
Right. Right. I 100% agree with that statement.
because that's just not. So, and you can see all the colors. I feel like that looks really good.
It does. It does. It's very pretty.
Can't wait. I want it done. So that's why I pulled it out. So hopefully I can keep my momentum up. And what I want to do is basically work on a whip until it's done, but not like,
Just be careful not to burn yourself out on that whip.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm not going to like exclusively, like I'm going to do cross stitching in between or like as well if
Yeah.
I feel like it. Like I'm trying to do some of this every day, but I'm not saying like I want to get X amount of rows done every day. I'm just trying to touch it every day. And but I'm still allowing myself to do other things too. Because
Yeah.
I have another whip, obviously. So your turn.
So my only knitting whip that I brought, because I had worked on two, but I don't know where I put my blanket. I worked on my Cozy Memories blanket and I can't find it now. So,
Yeah, you did.
uh-huh. I did a whole square. Where it went, I have no idea. But
Oh, I guess I have three then.
here's my Musselburgh, guys. So this is where I was last time we were here. And I am now on the actual crown decreases. So this should be a finish. The only reason it's not is because it's now almost too little to knit on these 12-inch circs um, by decreasing now. So like I'm
Mm.
pulling this, I'm stretching it out. So I have to find either I have to find another circular needle so I can just put half and half on each one, or I need to dig out my double points. So you're up again.
So I kind of forgot, but
Oh,
a couple weeks ago we decided that we were going to do Scrappy Sunday, and I did a square on my Cozy Memories.
nice.
This one right here.
Now, are yours the standard size or did you go up? Did you do what the pattern calls for on Ravelry, or
I don't know what is the pattern called for.
I think it's 30.
Oh no, I do it less than. I do well no, I do 46, 23 and 23.
Okay. And I think I do, all I know is grand total it's like 50, I think, or 51. I don't remember. Mine are bigger than what they're supposed to be.
Yeah. So I'm doing I don't know what you call that. I have these four center squares that are facing off.
Oh, the diagonal so that they're,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then each quadrant is going in that direction. So I have to essentially I have to do a full round before I can do the next. So I'm
yeah.
just working on doing this. So I have this square left here and then these two down at the bottom.
Yeah, she planned hers out. I did not. I just made all mine goes the same direction.
It's all Ellie from someplace. I don't know. I can't think of what her podcast name is. I'll put it at the bottom. She developed a PDF chart to help you kind of orientate
Yeah.
yourself to how to do it. I'll put her channel at the bottom because I can't think of what her name is or what her channel name is. Her name is Ellie, but I can't think of what her channel name is.
1 second. Sorry, my sister-in-law's texting me.
Craft House Magic. That's her podcast. She's lovely. She lives in the UK. Her name is Ellie.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about now. All right.
She has a yarn dyeing business and a podcast and a yes. I have one more
Go ahead.
because I forgot.
You're good.
So then in that same Sunday, I pulled out my triangulum, which is a pattern by Ellie. And I'm stuck. Oh my lord, why is this so complicated to get this out? Oh, shoot. So here's my triangulum. Since you saw it last, I've added this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I'm currently adding this one.
Wow.
I should put markers in them when I finish them,
Yep.
but I didn't. So I've done the pink, the yellow, and pink, the purple. It's purple. The
Yeah.
blue, and now I'm doing
That other one.
this color. It's kind
Nice.
of multicolor.
So they
So
take 4 grams or something like that? Or do you not know?
I don't know. I can weigh a scrap that I have. So what I'm doing is I'm doing those colors that I've added into this blanket have come from my row one subscription.
Oh, okay.
And so what I do is I make a Battenberg square, then I make a cozy memory square, and then I make a triangle.
Nice.
So they started as 10 grams. And sorry, I'm trying to get my scale from behind here.
Oh, so they go in each one of them. So
Yeah. They started at 10 grams and I have 3 grams left. So out of all 3 of my blankets, I use 6 grams, 7 grams.
7.
So I still have 3 grams left. And then all my scraps go in this bag. For what? Nobody knows. But that's what that is.
Nice.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of a good. I mean, for all 3 blankets, and I still have 3 grams left. Like, it's
Yeah.
pretty good. Pretty good. Once upon a time, I said I was going to make another, what's it called? Anthology with my scraps and just change it when the yarn changes or like make a magic knot ball and just keep going, going, going. I don't know if I can do that because this one,
Can't do the circle blankets. Like I
this
just can't.
one is killing me. Not killing
I
me.
think it would be cool to do like one row. Like those would be great for me who now wants to start that crochet moss stitch and just do one row. Because I have to decide how many chains the only reason I haven't started is because I have to figure out how many crochet chains to make the foundation to start the moss stitch in fingering weight yarn and still have enough to like actually cover up being fingering weight.
Yeah.
So I haven't sat down and figured that part out. So, all right, moving to cross stitch. I will show my Jelly World first. I took a huge break from this. I'm learning that like full coverage is different ballpark for me. Like it's not my style. Like I love the pictures. I want them. Doing the stuff to get them, I don't like. So parking method didn't work for me at all. Like I couldn't handle all the strings. I'm sending a picture to Heather. that she'll put up of the before because like I couldn't see where I was. I couldn't see what was going on, you know. So I decided to take all 33 park stitches and now I only have two.
Hmm.
I worked all of them in.
Oh wow.
So I have over 6,000, almost 7,000 stitches on this already. But to me, it still doesn't look like anything. Um, I'll be happy just to get 3 pages done at this point by the end of the year. Because this one is not something that I really enjoy stitching on. I want the pictures. I want to frame them, put them up. I can't wait to start the Christmas one that me and Heather picked out, you know, to start for her birthday. But at the same token, like I know that I can't do, I'm gonna have to do like 100 and then like move on to something else for a few and then come back, do that. You know what I mean? Like I can't sit down and just work on this for 500 stitches a day every day and not do something else.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and I think and I don't want to say issue. I think my what's what's causing me to pick it up, not pick it up, is that generally when we stitch something, we s- we don't have to wait to get to a piece, or we don't have to wait to get to the image. We
yeah,
don't have to do tons of background to get to something.
right.
And right now I'm doing trees and a waterfall, which is like I think he said, I want the picture. I love the picture. I chose it because I wanted it. I mean,
Right.
granted, the pattern wasn't that expensive, but all of the supplies that went along with it, like this was a commitment to purchase just the supplies. Like,
It's a commitment, people.
yeah, like that wasn't cheap.
And it's probably a
So
10-year commitment on our part to finish it. But
yeah.
maybe not. Maybe once I get so far, I'll really like start liking it. But
Mhm.
confetti is not my thing. It's not my jam. It I'm very much learning that I do like color completing on
Mhm.
smaller pieces.
Mhm.
So I can't do that. I mean, I could, but what happens if I counted wrong?
Right, exactly.
The whole thing is thrown off.
Yeah. And even if you're using, because we're both using gridded fabric, there's still no guarantee that you're right,
Things
you know?
happen. I've done it already. Like there's a spot where it's one over from where like obviously it's not going to matter when it's basically the same color. I get that, but you do it enough times, it's going to matter.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I suppose I should do 6 to year one, year two.
Yeah, at least.
Okay. So my next one is Funny Snowman again off Etsy. I don't remember the designer, but Heather, I will send a picture of what it's supposed to look like. And I started it on this blue fabric. This is the very bottom of it. This is the snowman's rump.
Mhm.
And then the red are his mittens. So he's not going to be very big.
No.
I got him started. There. Now you can see the colors better. There's
Yeah.
already like 5 colors in that of whites and grays. And these black stitches, yes, they're half stitches, but that is how they are charted.
Mm.
They won't be full ones, which I thought was pretty cool. That's the first time I've had that in a pattern. My next one I have is a paper pattern. So it's the Frosty. Um, this is Frosty typeface cross stitch from It's So Emma. And I actually got a piece of 14 count chalkboard Ada. And so my goal was just to like outline this so that I knew where I was.
Mm.
So all I have to do is now finish outlining the snowman head and then all the type on this side. So a pretty decent start to him.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
So was the snowman, funny snowman and Frosty your new starts for this year?
Yes.
Mhm.
They were off the Whipco board for last month for January. I had
But
4
they're your
projects to start. in
40
Jan.
for 40,
Yeah.
40 and 40, whatever you're calling it, that I'm
Yep.
not participating in.
My next one is Happy Holiday Gnomes.
Reason to start 40 projects.
I'm doing it just because I can.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need a reason. I just gave myself a reason. Let's put it that way.
Justification,
Yep.
unneeded justification.
Yep. Just because I can. So last time I had, yes, I know there's strings everywhere. So I did all the colorful light bulbs for the lights
Mhm.
bottom there. And then I started the third gnome with the bells and so I have his feet. So it's coming out well. I like it. Number 5. And my next one is a whip from last year that I started during Mania. And it's Fall Gnome.
I like them.
And I got the F filled in with everything, the A outlined. So I still have to color it in, but yeah. I like outlining and filling it.
Mhm.
Just how I like to do mine. So there you go. You are up, my dear.
That was only 5.
Oh man.
Fine.
No, you're fine. I'm just decided to put that one. And the next one I started is the next Cousins piece, which Cousins I had pulled for on the podcast, and it was also a whip go pull. So once I finished Courtney's, I started Samantha's.
Oh my God.
And hers is all the multicolored like burgundies and reds.
You got really far.
Yeah. So Matthews took me quite some time, it was my first time. I was still very new. Courtney's I worked on 9 times and it was done. So this one I've worked on, I think, 2 or 3 times now. But
So because it was a podcast pull and a whip go pull, how many stitches did you get total?
give me 1 second. I
Like
will.
between Courtney's and Sam's?
Courtney's had like 300 to do, and then I think I put 1,300 into Samantha's. So, and this color thread is DMC 115. So I don't know if you can see the variegation there.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I did.
Wow.
And once I got that many stitches in it, like I could have kept going, and I was like, no, let's go start, some of the February pulls on the Whipco board for starting.
Mhm.
So I've already got everything started for the Whipcos there. I meant not to. Sorry about the zipper, guys. I wasn't trying to do that.
Okay.
Now it's on you.
Now it's my turn. Okay. Right. So this is my Green Bay Packer gnome. I don't know. I don't have a picture of where I was before this, but I am still trying to get this done before March 28th because that is opening day for baseball. It is not opening day for Dodgers, but it's opening day for baseball.
You're still going to start the Dodger one on opening day, regardless if you get that one finished, aren't you?
Yeah, probably.
Or are you doing a line that you can't?
No, I'm doing them on the same fabric, but I don't know. The
Okay.
reason I wasn't going to was because I don't know how much
Right.
space between him and the Dodger one. Because in theory, I'm thinking if he only takes up this much space here, like if this is the widest part of him, which I don't think it is, then like could I fit 3 on this page or this piece?
Gotcha.
And I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know what my third one would be, but because I only like football and baseball. But
But you like two, don't you have two football teams that you like are your teams?
no,
No, okay.
just I could put. I really don't. I don't know. I don't care. I was gonna say I could put either the Chargers or the Rams, but the only reason why I kind of would go for the Rams is because Hector likes Matthew Stafford. He's
Gotcha.
like Matthew Stafford since he was a Lion. So, I mean, I could, but then like this is me. Like that's Hector doesn't
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's not about
you know what I
the
mean? It's not like a family piece where I would put like
yeah,
Dodgers, Chargers, Rams, you know, like
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. And this was lost for a little bit until I found it.
Well, technically Hector found it, but
Whatever. I
all
have
right.
to confirm.
My next piece that I started is from Luminous Fiber Arts, and it is Enchanted Quaker.
Mhm.
So I got the call for everything. Like I told Heather, me and Heather were talking about this the other day. I bought the pattern first. Then, like 6 months later, I bought the floss. And then I was on Valentine's Day, my husband surprised me with going up to our local cross store, which is just past Green Bay. And I had to go there for the fabric. Like I didn't have a piece of fabric. I wanted kind of similar to what they had, but I never took the pattern with me. I didn't look at it. They didn't have one there. They already were sold out. So I just picked up this Stormy Night. We'll come to find out that was the actual fabric. And I bought the 32 count Lugana, which
Hmm.
was called for. But then I decided I didn't want to count by twos because I'm not good at that yet. I don't know if I'll ever be good at that because I really like my 18 and 20 count Ada guys. So I decided to do 1/1. And I started in the middle on this. So I'm on this cat right here. And I got that one motif right above the cat. So I don't know. I
And
think it's cute.
and how many
I
stitches
like
is that?
one floss. Huh?
How many stitches is that?
I think I did like 300 and some. I don't know. Not it's not a lot. It's super tiny.
No, that is a lot compared to how the size of that cat. That
Yeah.
cat is like an inch, like half an inch.
But it's so cute.
I know it's cute, but I'm just saying like that is tiny,
It
but it's
is.
cute. I'm glad you're liking 1/1.
I can't do it more than a couple hours at a time. I will say that. Like your eyes start to go cross-eyed.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
and I'm using Classic Colorworks Black Coffee for the black. So I do like that it's not like an in-your-face dark black. Like it's
Mhm.
more lighter. And then the other day, I decided I was going to pull out Gabe's piece that I'm making him. I could talk about it because he's not there right now.
No, it's not.
But there's a tragic story in this. So first, I filled in all this around the visitor. That wasn't done. And then I decided to come back up to the top and start working on a diagonal, hoping I could get the hang of full coverage this way. So I finished off this and I kept going. And I'm looking at it, and my piece is only this big. Now, previous Nicci, I don't know if she was drunk, what she was doing when she figured this was going to be a big enough piece. Oh, wait, I had surgery and I was on painkillers. That's what it was. Don't do this, people. It's not a good idea. So, come to find out, it's not going to be wide enough for Gabe's piece. I'm going to have to rechart the bottom of the actual name, which is Daggerbaugh. He says Gabe can tell you what the actual name is. I cannot. I say it wrong all the time. But when I was talking to Heather, I'm like, well, it's just swamp. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he's not going to know the difference. Only me and Heather and all, the actual people who
And
know.
the internet will know.
Right. If they go look up the pattern. But if they were just
Yeah,
looking at it, they would never know.
never know.
So I'm just going to keep going with it. I'm not going to junk it because, like I told Heather, there's over a few thousand stitches in this already.
Mhm.
That's not happening. And I was always going to make it a pillow for him. I know Heather likes stuff framed, but like I said to Heather, I said he loves Star Wars. He's always loved Star Wars and Sonic.
Mhm.
So now he's going to be walking around with this picture frame because he wants to look at it or he wants to tell somebody about it. So
Yeah.
that's I'm just going to turn it into a pillow for the kid because I know he can carry that around on his own and you know,
She
and
was
because
with
it's DMC, you could throw it in the wash machine. I don't know if you can throw it in the dryer if you have to wash it, but at least we know that you can throw it in the wash machine. So I'm actually quite happy, starting back up this way with that one.
Mhm.
This way of parking, I'm fine. I only have one string every so often.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I don't know. Maybe once you get out of confetti world and you're
Right,
doing the images, it
right.
may not be so bad to park. But
And I will say, I also watched Jen the Caffeinator cross stitcher. She
mm,
had a tutorial about, sorry, hiccup, um, starting. So, like, if you only have one floss, how to start on the front side, and then it goes to the back. And
I
I've
need
been
to watch
actually
that.
doing all that, and it's worked out a whole lot better on even the other full, the full coverage and all of my the Samantha piece that I just started for cousins. I've used that for her because on that I have to start with two separate strands because they're variegated threads. So
Mhm.
even if you're using classic colorworks, self dyed, whatever, it she shows you how to do it with starting on the front, holding two pieces, even pinhole, with one strand. I don't think I would have been as excited to start that 20 or 32 count piece if I hadn't watched that video and learned how to actually start on the front side and have it pull around to the back, even with single strand.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
So
watch
I
that video.
suggest watching that, people.
Let me make a note.
One of my next starts was that pulled was my Care Bears, Cheer Bear.
Oh, cute.
And this one kit is actually, I thought it was on plastic canvas, like most of the ornament ones I get, um, 14 count, and it's not. It was actually on 18 count fabric. And I hate that you can't see the white on white, but I started with the belly in the middle, and so I got to the rainbow, but maybe a little bit you can see the white here.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, so yeah, I'm quite pleased with that one. So I got 300 stitches on this one. But I will tell you, I do not like the way that I like that they gave me the fabric 5x7. It'll be easy to frame or whatever I decide to do with it. The needle was fine even in the kit. The floss, however, in this kit, strongly do not recommend. I'm using it, but like the colors, they're like, it's coral. And I'm like, which one of these is coral when they all look the same? There's like five pinks, but they all look the same.
So they're not using numbers, they're just using names?
No, they literally, oh, let me grab the bag quick.
That sucks.
I have it in with another project. So this is what they give you.
Oh,
They give me this one tied up, these colors, these pink,
hmm.
and then all of this tied up. I removed the white because I could see the white, and then all this that I was supposed to be able to tell the different shades of coral and pink in there.
Wow.
So it's been interesting. Justin comes and helps
Yeah, good.
because if you know me, certain shades once they're right next to each other, I have a really hard time differentiation. I can't say that word.
Differentiating.
Yes, that one
Yeah.
between.
I mean, if you remember when she was, or I mean, she's still technically cross stitching on her gnome, but when she was actively cross stitching on her Green Bay Packer gnome, like she would say, like this yellow and this yellow look the same. And when you're holding them this far from your face, yeah, they do. But when you back up,
Yeah, when you back up,
they
it's
don't.
a lot different.
Sorry,
So
my hair is really getting on my nerves today.
my next one I started was stitching season. So this is autumn. And I was gonna change it out for Ada. And I was like, no, I'm gonna be a big girl and I'm gonna try to use the kit. And I did it so far. So I'm doing 2/2 on 25 count. and I got the September, and I started on this green, the grass. So
I have spring, I think.
I know you have one of them. I have all four, and I purposely on my 40 and 40 to start, I put a lot of my kits that I already had everything for. So then next I started the Year of the Snake. And I just did this last night. Wow. So you can see the outline. And then up here, I have just the beginning of the ornament, the lanterns. Only reason being, I like to color complete, like I told you, but I'm also trying to debate if I'm changing the greens of the snake. And I'm gonna probably use, I'm gonna do the lanterns like we did last time. I'm not putting years on it. And I'm going to just go between the so the other colors of the lantern, they have the gold and the red or maroon, and I'm gonna try to put in the greens up here too.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
So before I decide which greens are gonna work, because on the pattern, when you hold those two greens again, when you have them face to face, there's not a lot of difference in them. And I think I want it to be a little bit bolder of a color difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I can see that's not, if you add green to the lanterns, it's not technically traditional.
I know, but am I ever traditional?
No. Do you have one more?
I have one more.
Okay, well, you go ahead. I'll be right back.
Okay. So my last one is a Valentine's Day piece that Fat Quarter put out this year. For Valentine's Day, they always do a freebie, and it was called Little Loves, and I just got it started. So here on the pinks. And again, I'm thinking about changing out one of the pinks for a teal or even a purple. So I just did the part of the border. I still did put the rest of the border in and then actually do the hearts and the word love. And it is a 4x4. It'll finish a 4x4 frame that they have at Fat Quarter Shop that I will be purchasing from them. And I did this one on a opalescent from Hobby Lobby before they got rid of it. But I can show you this piece. And I think I might have shorted myself a little bit, but these are all just going to be flat little pillows. So I'm going to cut those out, go to work and serge them so that I know that I have enough room. So the Heather comes back soon. Let's see.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay, good, because I just got done showing that.
That was what was
Little
it?
Loves.
Little Loves.
A freebie on Fat Quarter Shop.
Okay, my last one. I was my Year of the Dragon. And again, I don't have a picture of where I was previously, but here I am now. If I can figure out where to put this needle, I guess I'll put it down here. So this is what I got.
Nice.
I honestly don't know if have I worked on this since last.
I don't remember.
If this
I think a little bit.
If this is a repeat, I apologize, but no, I did because I was trying to
You
finish
did.
it. I just don't remember what I did.
I think you got that whole third one, that third lantern.
Like I started this one?
Yeah. And finished that one.
Maybe. We'll have to see. So I am still trying to finish this one, but I do have the fabric and floss for Year of the Snake. So I could just jump ahead and do that if I wanted to.
Good.
We'll see.
I need to.
That's all of my stuff.
Mine too. I'm just pulling up the Tiny Decisions app.
Mhm.
because I'm going to pull three. So that way I have another option in case like I burn myself out on one.
Funny snowman.
Okay. And trick or
Trick or
treat.
treat. And
And
reindeer.
my reindeer.
What is reindeer?
It was, I can show it to you 1 second. It is the one that's on plastic canvas,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
14 count. I don't know where it is. I just had it before when I was looking for stuff. I can show you trick or treat because it's right here. It's not in a bag. So this is as far as that one is. So I could just fill in to get my 500 stitches, or I could outline more work. So we will see.
That's
I think I want to get as many as I can outline
mhm.
before surgery again.
Mhm.
So that way I can't mess up counting.
Yeah, that's a good
Because
plan.
filling is, a lot easier than starting a project medicated.
Mhm.
So,
A lot safer.
any purchases for you?
Um, well, I purchased some cross stitch floss. Um,
I forgot to grab my piece of fabric that I got for January.
you showed,
Okay.
yeah, stitch me.
As she shows me all of his floss, I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, and there's a bag of gold coins in here that I forgave. Okay, so all of this is for, I don't have it divided, but this is for two separate projects. It is for, oops, for my Year of the Snake, and it is also for um Clouds Factory. So before next episode, I should have a new start. Um, Clouds Factory is a cross stitch pattern company. I'm sure you guys know who they are. Um, I am going to stitch the frame of their Disney Princess collection. I'm doing the 3-paneled frame. I'll put a picture in here. Um, it's a free pattern from their website. You can get the 3-panel frame where they're all connected. You can get the 3 panels separately, so you can have them in different pieces of fabric if you wanted.
Yep.
Or you can get like one that has like the 3 frames, but it's cropped. So you don't have as many princesses to stitch in those frames. Um, so I got the free frame chart from their website, and I'm going to stitch that, and then later on when I'm done stitching the frame, or I may do like one section and then stitch a princess in it. I'm gonna go chronologic order of when the movie was released, that was like that I watched during my childhood. So there's some of them that I'm not gonna do. Like I'm not gonna do like the newer princesses. Um, like I'm not gonna do Raya. I
I
think
don't know
that's
who
her
that
name.
is.
It's one of the new princesses. It's like Raya and the Dragon or something is her movie. Um, I don't know that I'm gonna do Tiana, but I'm gonna do for sure. I know I'm gonna do Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Ariel
Jasmine?
and Jasmine. So
Belle?
like, yeah, the ones that were,
Those are the ones like off the top of my head that I'd be like, yes,
yeah.
I'll do those.
So those are the ones that I know for sure I'm gonna do. But I think my frame has like 12 or 13 slots.
I have a question. Is it just the princesses in these, or is this the one where you do the whole cast?
You do the whole cast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, you can buy the the like they do have a bundle where you can buy the frame and the princesses that they have out now to fill your
Right.
frames. But like I said, like I don't want to stitch all of those
No,
casts
like
and
the only newer ones that I even know anything about is Moana, the first Moana,
hmm
um, and Frozen, and that's only because of my little nieces and nephews. But
yeah.
like anything that's come out in the last 4 years, I know nothing.
Yeah, I think there's two princesses that came out more recently that I'm not going to stitch. So anyways, that's my plan. So before we record next time, I should get my fabric from Be Stitch Me, and if it
Oh,
works,
yeah,
I'm going to use that. If not, then I'm going to find another piece of fabric somewhere and start it. But this is the floss for my Year of the Dragon and that frame.
sounds good.
Yes. So I have all that. But I have to put on floss drops. Yay!
Yeah, so on Valentine's, like I said, Justin took me up. You saw the fabric that he got me, and then we finished. They had my house waiting for the final one, which was the bonus house, the Tudor house
hmm
from Cottage Garden. Yes, Cottage Garden sampling. And then I got Wee Santa 2018 because I thought he was cute. From Heart and Hand, I got Frosty Frill. Um, I also got Cottage Garden Needleworks. I don't know what this one's. Snowman Trio.
Oh, that's cute.
I got Primrose Stitches, Hugs and Kisses. I got Lovebirds. They had a sample of all these in one of those bowls on the table. But this one is, yeah, Lovebirds. And they're really small. They're really cute too. And then I got Sweetheart.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I got February 14th. I forgot to pull it over here. I got that off of a D stash on Facebook prior to going up there. And then we got the vintage ornament blockers from Cherry Blossoms. So that's what you can put a finished piece.
Mm.
I thought that was really cute. Justin wanted this. He lied to you that day when he told you, but he did pick out a pattern and say that I had to do this for him.
Mm.
But it has snowmen and penguin, so you know that I would want it anyways.
Yeah.
But Welcome Winter from Tiny Modernist. Then we got watercolor snowmen. Like some of these patterns she actually had in a going away box, like at 50 to 75% off all pattern.
Mm.
And then I got Snowy Night from the trilogy, and then it came with the buttons.
Oh, cool.
Older patterns, but me and snowman and of course winter always Christmas. So that is all I've gotten, which is way more than enough. I have way more patterns than I know what to do with.
Yeah, she does. And that's
And,
what she's talking about. I gave Jess some crap for getting her more patterns.
and I
She has
probably
no business getting.
yeah, and we put in I think at least 6 to 12 patterns from Nashville. I didn't do any of the tiny house. I wasn't really none of them really spoke to me when they came out. I'm just not a house stitcher, I guess. But they came out with the nativity one this year for now. So I got that. And then they did a bonus for the Three Wise Men. So I got that.
Yeah, those are Nicci's patterns.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that is everything. You saw my plans. Heather's gonna keep working on her blanket. That's her main goal, I think.
The my blankets and those two cross stitch pieces that I'm already working on.
I need to grab a pen.
They both are the ones that need to be, well, I would like to be done quickly. And then I'm going to start if my piece from Bee Stitch Me, like I said, if it works out, I want it to be, I don't know. I would be okay if it was a neutral, if it wasn't like too plain, I guess.
Right.
Not, I don't want it to be too light, but I want it to be like a light pink or a light purple or a neutral.
Okay.
I would even be okay with a light blue, maybe.
Like you said, it like a part of me wants to say like it's gonna be something green because of St. Patrick's Day, but then again, it's also spring for Easter, so I don't know. Or maybe reds and pinks because of February and it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, this is our February
Right. But
fabric.
I'm just saying, like, what's all around us for like what she could go
Hmm.
for inspiration. Like, those are the three things that stick out in my head.
And honestly, like I feel like as long as the fabric isn't like, I don't want the fabric to be too in your face, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Right.
But as long as it's not something like that, I would probably stitch it on anything.
Because I've been in it since October. I've gotten two different shades of blue, a brown, like a khaki, like a lighter brown,
Hmm.
like more antique looking,
Hmm.
a coral. I'm trying to think. No, there's three blues. So yeah. And I think I got one darker green, like an army green, you know what I mean? Not an in your face green or anything. But
Hmm.
they've all been really pretty.
Yeah, no, and that's what made me want to join because I've seen your fabrics and
Right.
it seems like the out of all of the fabric subscription clubs you could be in, this is the most affordable and bang for your buck, I feel like. Or
Yeah,
it's
and I
still
like that
nice
you can do
fabric.
colors or you can do neutrals or you can do a combination.
Yeah,
And
I
so I
did mix.
do the combination.
Yeah, I did mix too. So we'll see. It'll
Yeah,
be here
mine says
Wednesday.
it'll be here Monday.
Oh, mine says it'll be here Wednesday,
So
but I want to see it until it gets here.
I will make sure I don't open mine on Monday so that I'm not like, haha, I know
No,
what I'm
you
doing.
can. You could open yours on Monday. Just don't show it to me until
Oh,
I
I
get my.
won't. I won't.
All right, y'all. We're gonna let you go.
Yep.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. This probably won't get posted till maybe Monday, but and just know that we wished you a well weekend.
We hope you had a great Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you before St. Patrick's. If not, have a happy St. Patrick's Day and a safe one.
Yes, please don't drink too much.
And if you do,
Um,
make sure you're getting a ride from somebody else.
yeah. St. Patrick's Day is mine and Hector's anniversary. Kind of.
Like your first date meeting.
No, I mean it wasn't our first meeting because we were friends for years before, but
Well, right, but your
it
first
was
date.
technically our first. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where everything started.
Where it all went wrong, Hector. That's where
22 years ago. Oh, geez.
you poor feller. So, all right. Have a great weekend, everybody. We will talk to you soon.
Yes. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.